Let me first tell you how pleased I am to join EDGETalk, and a lot of respect for what you're doing. We spent a considerable amount with your advisory board talking about your industry and the importance of what you do to creating this more inclusive, equitable, and prosperous society that we all want to benefit from, not just a few. And we all know how important it is to work on gender and on intersectional equity. And I'm so glad that you're focused on that. It's interesting to see, but with all the work that we're doing on the Sustainable Development Goals, it was already clear from the beginning, not only the enormous opportunity, that economic opportunity that we could unlock by giving women the same access to financing, land rights, education, as men have benefited from in this world. But also increasingly we're seeing that organizations that are led by women or have at least 1/3 of women in the board also tend to be organizations that better deal with the challenges that society faces. So the first message of the book is the enormous opportunity when the cost of not acting is actually higher than the cost of acting. A story of hope. The second thing is that it really needs courageous leadership. And we deliberately use the word courage in our book. How courageous companies thrive by giving more than they take. But courageous companies are made up of courageous leaders. And courageous comes from the French word cœur, which is heart. Leaders that work as much with the heart as the brain. We've seen them being far more successful during COVID. Instilling a higher level of trust, showing empathy, compassion, being purpose-driven. Nothing changes really to the extent that we want if we don't change ourselves first. Second message. Rumi said it very well, the 13th century poet, when he said that yesterday I thought I was smart, I tried to change the world. Today I am wise, I'm trying to change myself. I think that's the story. The third one is that these issues are of such magnitude that we simply can't do it alone. That we do need to create these broader transformative partnerships. 2 chapters in the book, 1 + 1 is 11, and it takes 3 to tango. How do you form these partnerships? How do you make them successful? But trying to optimize within a current system that isn't designed to deliver anymore is becoming lunacy. So the third message is really these transformative partnerships for the greater good. And then the final message, I would say, is the need to be consistent in all we do. So if I may summarize it, perhaps it's overly simplistic, but for the interest of time, it's really bringing humanity back to business. And I think that's badly needed if we want to create this prosperous, inclusive, and sustainable future for all that we're talking about. You know, it's in Unilever, we had a slogan that said, small actions, big difference. So if we create a culture where each of us every day in our own circles try to improve a little bit better all the time, you'll have that ripple effect that becomes bigger and you actually change. With that difference now is that we've waited so long that we don't have the luxury of time anymore. We need to accelerate the changes that I think most people are aware of. The most burning ones being climate change and inequality, and many people have argued that they are in fact both sides of the same coin. So the steps we take you through on where to get started in the book is first and foremost getting your own house in order, then working the broader industry itself to then finally work on these bigger societal transformations.